Hi, this is Suzanne Ratty with Ideas 360 in 360 seconds. Coming to you today to talk a little bit about short-term goals for long-term victories. Now, in 2020, it's been really challenging for all of us to achieve the goals we set out at the beginning of the year. I know for me personally, I had a specific set of goals for this year. As the year has progressed, I've kind of seen those goals move further and further out of sight. And so now it's time to hit the reset button. You got to get back in the right frame of mind because that's what sales is. Sales is all about being in the right mindset. And so for today, I just want to talk briefly about setting short-term goals. For in sales, that can mean breaking things down into just little teeny tiny bite-sized pieces. So for example, let's say that my quota for the year was $1 million. I usually have those broken down into monthly goals, maybe quarterly goals, and that's typically how a sales organization runs, right? But with the environment that we've been operating in 2020, a lot of those goals might have shifted. They might have even moved so far out of sight that it's tough to even envision us getting there. So let's hit the reset button. The first thing we want to do is determine, are the goals that we had initially still achievable? Here we are, September 1st, and we've got about 4 months left in the year to hit goals. So first thing we want to do is see, are the goals that we had at the beginning of the year still reasonable expectations? For some businesses, business has actually, either increased or sustained itself well enough that those goals may still be attainable. But for other businesses, we might have to hit the reset button and determine what a new realistic goal looks like. And so in the next 4 months of the year, what do you want to achieve? Write it down. Speak it out, post it on social media. That gives you accountability. Get your realistic goals set for the next 4 months. That's number one. Then number two is break that down. In order to achieve whatever that goal is, what does that mean on a monthly basis that you have to do? Now in sales, there's some really easy metrics that you can tie to these kinds of, let's just call it revenue goals. They could be things like activity level. They could be things like meetings or appointments or Zoom calls. They could be things like closings. All sorts of activity levels tie into those revenue goals. But break it down even further. How many calls a day do I need to make? How many new people do I need to connect with? How am I using LinkedIn to effectively get in front of my target audience? What new strategies can I employ that will help me reach those goals? So really take a holistic view of the entire picture and then break those goals. After you break them down into months, now break them down into weeks, maybe even days. For some folks, maybe even hours. Make sure that you have simple little goals because right now more than ever, we need those little achievements to keep us going and keep us motivated. After you've done all of that, put it down on paper, stick it in front of your computer, stick it in front of your phone, post it on next to your Zoom notebook, and make sure that you are revisiting those goals daily, weekly, monthly, and before you know it, your short-term goals will add up to some long-term victories. I'm in this team with you guys. Let's see where we finish out at the end of the year. Take care and wait until the next Ideas 360 in 360 seconds for the next big, bright idea. Take care.